Well, hello, my loves. I decided to do Scary Story Sunday, and it's been, I don't know, like a year since I've done one of these, so I'm super excited to be getting back into these. Just got my studio or creative area about 90% finished, so it's definitely workable. I can work with this. Okay, so I decided to read from my freaky folklore book. It is a brand new book. I've only read a couple of stories in here, but I absolutely love folklore and urban legends and grim fairy tales. Oh, we're going to get into all of it. All of it. Anyways, this cute little dude over here is Gomez. I'm sure you guys remember his father, Fredward. Fredward's over there in the corner. He's been naughty, so he's in the corner. Gomez is with us tonight. Gomez is, you know, Morticia Gomez, couple goals. So tonight I'm going to read from this book, and the story that I chose for us to start off with is Bigfoot. I know, you've probably heard so much shit about Bigfoot, but I just kind of wanted to go over things and just put a little more info or fact out there, if you will. So we're going to start light, and we're going to get, you know, up to the really, really absolute horror stuff. So I hope you enjoy. All right, let's get into it. Hey, Bigfoot, world famous. He absolutely is, isn't he? Yes. So Bigfoot legends predate written history and have been told throughout the world, especially in North America. So there are legends of 8-foot tall, hairy men prowling the forests. And they call him a, let's see here. His classification is called a cryptid humanoid instead of furry fuck, like I call him. He's a humanoid. Okay. So the first sighting was in the late 1800s. So this motherfucker's been around a long time. And you know what? According to this legend, there's more than one Bigfoot. You know, we're all out there chasing just this one Bigfoot. But I think there's more than one. There's like a whole fucking flock. So, whew. Occasionally frightening campers, hikers, and hunters, many of those who believe in Bigfoot or claim to have seen one say they are at least 8 feet tall. Hair-covered bipeds with ape-like characteristics that leave proportionally large footprints. We're talking the type of footprint that if you step in, you're probably going to bust your fucking ankle. So try not to step in them. Make sure you got your eyes open when you're out there. But anyways, 8-foot tall hairy men just walking around the forest. Sounds adorable, right? Right. I think so anyway. So although some wilderness visitors claim to have smelled their stench and heard the screams and whistles, they are typically described as non-aggressive animals that are shy and very cunning, making them illusionary and hence rarely observed. Despite the fact that Bigfoot is most often linked with the mountainous west of North America, the creature is known by a variety of names throughout a wide range of cultures. So the majority of Bigfoot sightings take place in the Northwest, where the beast is connected to local tribe myths and tales. And according to the Oregon Encyclopedia, the word Sasquatch is a derivative of the word Sasquatch, which is from the Halkalam language. Did you catch that? Because I don't know how to... You'll figure it out. Anyways, it's from this other language that we're not really familiar with, and it's used by some Salish First Nation peoples in southwest British Columbia. Its definition is wild man or hairy man. Go figure. I thought it meant oyster. Now, there is little physical evidence to support the existence of Bigfoot. No shit. Making it a cryptid, similar to the Chupacabra, which we'll get into that at a later date, or Loch Ness Monster, good old Nessie, right? But that doesn't stop Bigfoot enthusiasts from claiming to have seen the ape that never displays its face, nor does it halt purported, excuse my French, purported sightings. So in the late 1800s and early 1900s, settlers in North America began to record sightings in about 1894. Which is a long motherfucking time ago. A photo was taken in Canada. Good old Canada. Then there was the discovery of footprints in 1958. Later on, a few grainy videos added to the mystery, and we've all seen those videos. It's always fucking blurry, right? We want to see him. We want to see the details. Does he have big gangly teeth? I want to know. I need to know. Bigfoot sighting report have ranged from enormous upright apes to hairy humans at times over 8 foot tall. We've said that 3 times, and described as very muscular. Research and discussion are ongoing. Groups frequently comb the Northwest woods in quest of conclusive evidence, and entire organizations have been formed to investigate, document, and verify the very existence of Bigfoot. Because we believe, right? We believe. Matt Moneymaker is a TV personality and the founder of the largest of these organizations. 500 people work for Moneymaker's Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, BFRO for the initials, which was established in the middle of the 1990s and examined reports of Sasquatch sightings across North America. Okay? So the largest and most established organization of its kind, and they're all out there searching for this hairy dude in the forest. It sounds like a fun job. Fucking sign me up, okay? This adorable picture. How handsome is he, right? I want a mini-sized one. That'd be great. The legend of Bigfoot has become so ingrained in American culture that you can find its image on ball caps, t-shirts, and mugs, and much more than that. You also find this creature in movies, at theme parks created in its honor, and you can even find its silhouette cut from wood or metal as lawn decoration in the yards of many homes and businesses. If Bigfoot could get an image copyright, it would be the richest cryptid in the entire world. He is that big. This motherfucker is so famous. That's awesome. Most Bigfoot encounters are alarming but not scary, for Bigfoot, after all, seems to be a very shy creature. However, in this story, Jack and his dad, Brian, find out that even Bigfoot can have a bad day. Sounds ominous. Under the cloak of darkness, the dense forest enveloped Jack and his dad, Brian, as they ventured toward the tree stands. The air was filled with the symphony of woodland sounds and the earthy aroma of nature. I love that fucking smell. Their flashlight beams danced across the undergrowth, searching for the narrow path. I just read that, for fuck's sakes. The hoots of an owl could be heard softly in the distance, welcoming the night. You know how they do. Whoo, whoo. I love owls. They're my favorite. I've even got tattoos on me of owls. Okay, where was I? After half an hour of trudging through the woods, they finally arrived in their destination, and Jack settled into his wooden stand, arranging his backpack and rifle. His nerves tingled with excitement and apprehension. I would be nervous too. Hunting in the dark had always unsettled him, yet he loved the thrill of the wait. That would be fun. A couple of hours passed uneventfully. The woods were eerily silent, as if holding in breath. Then a bone-chilling howl rang out, echoing through the trees. Jack froze in place, and his heart was pounding. Ow! That sounds like a wolf to me. What the hell kind of animal made that sound? His dad shifted uneasily beside him. Did you hear that? He whispered. Jack nodded, not trusting himself to speak. Brian sniffled in the air and frowned. It smelled strange. Like a skunk, but not quite a skunk. A loud crack made them jump. Something was moving through the underbrush, heading their way in a hell of a hurry. Jack gripped his rifle tightly, straining to see in the darkness. He caught a flash of movement and breathed a sigh of relief. After all, it was just a squirrel. But the sounds grew louder and more frequent. Heavy footsteps, snapping branches, rustling leaves. It was too much noise for a little squirrel. Jack's mouth went dry as the sounds came closer and closer. He glanced at his dad, whose face was taut with tension. Were they being hunted? And if so, by what? Jack didn't know. All he knew was that they were no longer at the top of the food chain. Yikes. Okay. A menacing growl emerged from the darkness, sending a chill down Jack's spine. Two glowing eyes peered at them through the trees, glinting with a curious light. They also looked a little hungry. Jack gasped as the creature stepped into a patch of moonlight, revealing a hairy, ape-like beast standing on two legs. This motherfucker was at least 8 feet tall. His heart nearly stopped. They were dealing with something unnatural, something that should not exist. Jack grabbed his dad's arm, unable to tear his eyes away from the monster. "Dad," he whispered hoarsely, "we have to get out of here now." Brian nodded. His eyes were leaving the creature. Slowly, he whispered back, "We don't want to startle it." Jack's heart thundered in his chest as he carefully reached for his backpack. He didn't want to make any sudden movements and attract the monster's attention. Sweat trickled down his forehead. His whole body was tense with fear, as it should be if you're dealing with a fucking Bigfoot, you know? Suddenly, the creature let out a deafening roar, baring its sharp teeth. Jack froze, his heart in his throat. The monster charged towards them, its massive form crashing through the underbrush. Brian grabbed Jack's arm and pulled him to his feet, sprinting toward the narrow path. This creature was gaining on them so fast, its powerful muscles propelling it forward with terrifying speed. Jack could hear its ragged breaths and the thud of its feet hitting the ground as it crashed through the forest floor. Thud, thud, thud. They were never going to make it. Jack and Brian didn't slow down until they reached the safety of their cabin. They locked the doors behind them, both panting from the sprint. Jack leaned against the wall, his mind still reeling from the encounter that they had just had in the forest. Brian's face was grim as he tried to catch his breath. "I've heard stories about these creatures like this," he said, his voice low, "but I never thought I would see a Bigfoot with my own eyes." There wasn't a lot of info there about a Bigfoot, but you pretty much know everything everybody else knows. So they're really shy, they're really furry, they're really fucking big, and they can have a bad day. Sounds like a bear to me, but only bears are, I don't know, worse maybe? I don't know. Would you like to be in front of a black bear or a grizzly bear or a Bigfoot? I don't know. Anyways, I hope you liked the story. I decided to wear my Jason Voorhees t-shirt, not because we did anything with Jason, but I feel like Bigfoot and Jason, they know each other. They're in cahoots because they both roam around the forest nonstop, eating bugs, killing people, doing things. Well, I don't know. Maybe Bigfoot doesn't kill people, but Jason certainly does. He does. Yeah, big time. So, yeah, I felt like they would just know each other, and they're probably BFFs. You know, we don't know. I am slowly getting my studio back together, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to do more content, spooky stuff, vlogging, photo shoots, music, making art and merch. I'm just so fucking excited. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you like the story. So this was from my book, Freaky Folklore, and I'll do more stories in here, but I like to kind of switch it up. I'll do some urban legends, we'll do some true crime, we'll do some folklore, we'll do some maybe like serial killer type stuff. I don't know. The sky is the limit. The bloody sky is the limit, okay? So we're gonna do it all. Oh, before I go, Gomez wanted to say goodbye. Isn't he handsome? Got this cute little hat for him. Anyways, he's my mini sidekick. Fredward is my normal sidekick, but he was very, very naughty, so he's in the corner. So his little mini-me is with me tonight. Anyways, you did good. You did really good, Gomez. Proud of you. Alright, so I'll see you next Sunday for more Scary Story Sunday time. Alright, same time, same bat channel. Okay? Alright, love you, bye.